Frost had inadvertently stated the name of a scholar from Harvard. Finley knew Frost. Finley may have been a friend of Frost, but Finley was no Jack Kennedy. Here's a depiction of George Washington's inauguration, the first one in 1789, which took place in New York City, which was our capital at the time. The next two inaugurations took place in Philadelphia, and the first one in Washington was in 1801. Now, there is a myth, a legend, that George Washington added the words, "So help me God," at the end of the oath. But there is no real proof that he said that. Nobody ever wrote that he added those four words at the time, but it's come to be a tradition, at least from 1933 to the present. Those words have been added at the end of the oath. This is 1929, and on the left is Chief Justice William Howard Taft, and he's administering the oath of office to the new President Herbert Hoover. Taft is the only person ever to be both President and Chief Justice. And he actually made a little mistake in the oath that year. You're supposed to say, "Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution." But he said, "Preserve, maintain, and defend." And this was a mistake that was actually discovered by a little 13-year-old girl listening to the inauguration on radio in her classroom in the state of New York. She's the one who brought it to everybody's attention, and they checked it out, and she was right. So that was a mistake in the oath, which leads us to 4 years ago. You may recall that when Chief Justice John Roberts administered the oath to Barack Obama on January 20th of 2009, there was a major problem. The major problem consisted of the words that he said. Roberts is supposed to say, Roberts was supposed to say that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. And then Obama repeats it. But instead of saying those words, he said that I will execute the office of President to the United States faithfully. So then Barack Obama stopped, paused, smiled, as if to say, "Come on, man, this is my big day. You got to get this right." But unfortunately, he didn't get it right, and then Obama even later repeated some of Roberts' mistakes. So the very next night in the White House, they did it again. There was a second oath. This time Roberts used notes, which he hadn't used the first time, and they got it right. So that chapter in my book is called "Oops, They Did It Again."